Because the bigger 10, you don't have this kind of throw it in the air and then it become a 10, you know? Only smaller one, and you can do that. And I like that. Because I don't know how to string this structure like you do. You're more expert. You do that all the time. I cannot. I string one and the other one loose. You know, those Mongolian 10 with the sticks, and you string them together. I could never do it. It takes me a whole day, and I fix one, the other one come out.
They call it a 10-minute assembly kind of 10, but it takes forever.
Yeah, they have a stick like this, you know, many sticks, and then you string them together. I don't know. I saw some of your brother, sister do it, and I learned I can, but I stick one in, the other one came down, and forever. So I forget it. I like those that, you know, you just throw it in the air, and it spring up, you know, 30-second 10. So that's why it's smaller. Bigger 10, you have to string this thing. Yeah, and then it keeps losing all the time. Or maybe I kick it and then it get loose. I did it all right, but then I'm clumsy. I turn around and then another one loose. And then I fix it. And I probably fell down something, and so many other, they all crumble and lose together. I said, oh, forget it. I don't want ever this 10 again.
We use that 10 for outdoor meditation as well.
The string out. Oh, that's the best.
30 seconds.
That's the best. That's the best. Just string it out. No work, you know. I like things that are simple and no work. Yeah, I like things that are simple. I don't even like furniture in my house. So that's as far as I can bear already, you know. These cupboards for hanging clothes. Another 10. Oh, my God. And this a big 10 even, with this stringing stuff. I was sure I have fun with it for many days. Even if I succeed, it probably take me 3 days. I probably have to tape it. Like you string it and then you use a sellotape to tape it to make sure it don't come out. I probably have to resort to that. So I say, oh, no, please, take it out. It take up space, you know. It feels so clustered, yeah? Don't feel comfortable. And a cave even. And it's a very bright orange, yellow 10. Not that I could even overlook it, you know? And the cave, it looked big, but it's big column and all that inside. They used to put statues of Bodhidharma and the 6th patriarch of Chinese Zen Buddhism. So they took away because they belong to the old owner. So there are these kind of a platform still there. I use them for putting my tent on. They're too small. My tent sticking out 4 directions. But it's big enough for me. That's why your brother was crying, thinking too small. I'm not small. I'm very small. I'm pocket size, traveling size. All right. So he became a monk, yeah? Shave hair, have a kasha. I roam in the 10 directions, having no impeding obstructions. I discovered my spiritual penetrations, which are esteemed as unsurpassed, and I accomplished arhatship. So he has become arhat. But even then, can you imagine? Even then, he cannot forget to use his magical power, which eventually led him to miserable death. Yeah? He continued, not only the honor one, but the thirst come ones of the 10 directions praise my spiritual powers as perfectly clear and pure, masterful and fearless. The Buddha asked about perfect penetration by means of a spiral-like attention to the profound. The light of my mind was revealed, just as muddy water clears. Eventually it became pure and dazzling. This is the foremost method. So that's his meditation method. Now, next monk. Any question about that? Anything I forgot to tell you? You see, he saw the light inside already. If you see the light, that means you already contact with the Buddha nature, no? That means you're enlightened already. Just that. But he has more. He has more than just seeing the light. So the Buddha certified him as arhat. If you don't see the light, that means you're not anywhere yet. Except when you're in the 4th level and maybe it's dark over there for a while until you fumble around and see your own light, then you'll be okay. Next monk, Achusma came before the Buddha. put his palms together, bowed at the Buddha's feet, and said to the Buddha, I can still remember how many kalpas ago. Oh God, aren't we envious, nah? Always there to remember all the kalpas, numerous. I was filled with excessive greed and desire. There was a Buddha in the world at that time named King of Emptiness. He said that people with too much desire turn into a raging mass of fire. He taught me to contemplate the coolness and warmth throughout my entire body. It's another method. So when he meditated on this method that the Buddha told him, a spiritual light coalesced inside and transformed my thoughts of excessive lust into the fire of wisdom. After that, when any of the Buddhas summoned me, they use the name Firehead because he has succeeded in transforming his desire, his lust into light. Therefore, maybe his head always emits light. They call him Firehead. There was many kalpas, past. From the strength of the firelight of Samadhi, I accomplished a hardship. I made a great vow that when each of the Buddhas accomplishes the way, I will be a powerful knight and in person subdue the demons' hatred. Maybe that's why he's born at the time of the Buddha now, in order to protect the Buddha and his disciples. Maybe you don't need to protect the Buddha, but protect the disciples that following the Buddha who are not yet powerful enough to subdue the demon. The demons always hang around the Buddha. They do like that. They also like to listen to Dharma, but some of them are so fierce. And if your level is not high enough, they might scare you or harm you. They rub off something. And not to talk about the demons and the Maya always hang around the Buddha to cause trouble. Cause trouble for his disciples and indirectly trouble the Buddha. They do that all the time. The Buddha asked about perfect penetration. I used attentive contemplation of the effects of heat in my body and mind until it became unobstructed and penetrating, and all my outflows were consumed. I produced a blazing brilliance and ascended to enlightenment. This is the foremost method. There's not much we can explain here, so I don't need my calendar. Next one. The Bodhisattva name Maintaining the Ground. This is some name, huh? Arose from his seat. Maybe he's the one who taking care of the ground where the people meditate. Bowed at the Buddha's feet and said to the Buddha, I remember when universal light, thus come one, appeared. Another Buddha, long time ago. In the world, in the past, I was a bhikshu who continually worked on making level the major roads. No wonder that's why he's an engineer, soil engineer, making roads. Ferry landings and the dangerous spots in the ground where the disrepair might hinder or harm carriages or horses. I did everything from building bridges to hauling sand. No wonder his name is Maintaining the Ground. Just like goldsmith, blacksmith, woodsmith, carpenter, Okay. Now, Buddha doesn't have any carpenter, bodhisattva here. I didn't see yet. But he has a soil engineer for sure here, I was diligent in this hard labor throughout the appearance of limitless Buddhas in the world. Wow, so whenever any Buddha appear in the world, he also appear to level the ground, to maintain the bridge and repair the road. If there were beings at the walls and gates of the cities who needed someone to carry their goods, I would carry them all the way to their destination, set the things down and leave without taking any recompense. And he don't charge money for that. He helped a lot of people. When the Buddha Vipassing appeared in the world, there was a worldwide famine. I would carry people on my back, and no matter how far the distance, I would only accept one small coin. If there was an ox cart stuck in the mud, I would use my spiritual strength to push the wheels and get it out of difficulty. Once a king asked the Buddha to accept a vegetarian feast. At that time, I served the Buddha by leveling the road as he went. Vipassing thus come one rubbed my crown and said, "You should level your mind ground. Then everything else in the world would be level." Immediately, at that time, my mind opened. As the Buddha said that, he blessed him also. So immediately, my mind opened up, and I saw that the particles of earth composing my own body were no different from all the particles of earth that made up the world. The nature of those particles of dust was such that they did not connect with one another, nor could they be touched by the blade of a sword. Wow. You know that, right? The atoms also, yeah. They look like they're thick together, but they're all separated. Even then, you cannot touch them, or you cannot separate them by the sword or a blade or anything. He saw that immediately, the Buddha blessed him to have some glimpse of enlightenment, yeah? So, within the Dharma nature, I awakened to the patience with the non-existence of beings and phenomena, and accomplished a hardship. I brought my mind back to the extent that I have now entered the ranks of the Bodhisattvas. Hearing the third come one proclaim the wonderful Lotus Flower Sutra, the level of the Buddha's knowledge and vision, I have already been certified as having understood, and I am a leader in the assembly of that direction. The Buddha asked about perfect penetration. Upon attentive contemplation of the body and the environment, I saw that these two dusts are exactly the same. Probably he saw the atom. That fundamentally everything is the treasury of the third come one, but that an empty falseness arises and creates the dust. When the dust is eliminated, wisdom is perfected, and one accomplishes the unsurpassed way. This is the foremost method. So that's his method. Contemplate the body and the environment, and split the atoms.
That means atoms were discovered way before science discovered them.
Yeah, the spiritual people know everything before science even begin. Yeah, all right. Okay, maybe another time. Take a rest, all of you also. Thank you, Buddhas. We should really thank the past masters, monks and nuns and scholars who have taken time to record the Buddha's teaching after the master's nirvana, and also for the past and present persons, lay or monks or nuns who have really dedicated themselves, sacrificed their time and precious health or under any difficult situation to translate this so that I can read it to you. And we have to thank them. And may they be blessed forever by all the Buddhas, past, present, and future. May their merit be immense. May they be liberated forever. Thank you. I can't believe I speak hours non-stop. I could not. Yeah, truly. Because I don't know how, really. I normally don't like to speak at all. That's why I avoid to see people whenever I can, yeah? I don't know what happened. I don't know if it's love or is it your desire or...
We are so blessed, Master. Thank you so much.
Because I tell you why. The other day, remember, we have a mantra for the practitioner after the Buddha died. He said you can make a mandala, build a hut or a platform, And you have to sit there 100 days, no sleep, no eat, no drink, and recite what mantra, so that you can also become enlightened, just as when Buddha alive. And the mantra is about 20 pages. I didn't read it to you, remember? And then I thought I better practice reading it first at home. It's translated. I don't know if it's really 100% effective, even if you do it nowadays with this mantra. If you did not encounter Kuan Yin method and you want to do it according to Buddha instruction, I'm not sure if you can even sit 100 minutes, not to say 100 days, and then without eat, without drink, without sleep, and recite that mantra. Yeah, but nevertheless, I thought maybe one day I will read it to you to complete that. It's supposed to have also some benefit, okay? But then, so I try to read it at home first, so that when I read to you, it's smooth and not obstructed. I read only half. I feel very, very tired already. And the next day, I read another half. I feel tired. One day, I try again to read. I try to read several times so that I become more used to it, because a mantra is not like English, you know, words are not having anything to connect with your intellect or your logic. I try to read. I research just maybe one time, that's it. I feel so tired already. I read loud, understand? Just reading even, don't even have to think. Yeah, so tired.
师父，我可以讲一下吗？
说。
师父，我那时候求印心的时候啊，然后我要去印心的那个路上，我就往里面一直求，我就说：“师父，您是师父，我真心跟你求印心。那如果我累世修行的对我解脱、对我真正修行没有帮助，请师父就帮我拿掉。那于众生有利的，再帮我留下来。”结果我印心出来，我以前每天诵大悲咒，然后往生咒，那些咒我一个字都想不起来，
一个字都想不起来，
完全想不起来了。
谁叫你乱求嘛？
没有，可是我因为修行以后，从内在自己得到的东西，不是这一世用头脑去学的东西，都在。
OK，
所以我知道那个咒语没有用，因为那个咒语当初有用，是因为传法的那个人才有用，
传法的才有用，
对，
是真的是这样。
对，所以我觉得我根本都忘光了。
OK，
我印心前还一直在持，我持很多咒，
了解。
可是连最简单的
当然
都
佛教很多
忘光了，
都忘一干二净。
对，然后连最简单的大悲咒，
记得那个
我也通通忘记了。
啊，记得那个就好了。我还记得一些了，不过我不常用，不用。像那个喂那个恶鬼的时候，要念什么咒给他多喂出来的啊，都是弄
辨识咒
啊，给他而已啦，别的都我记得也不用。好，谢谢，懂了。She just wants to tell you that even if I read that sutra, if I read it to you, it might not be useful, because before she initiates, she asks if anything useless, then please delete it for her. She asked Master to do that before initiation. And it's really, she forgot everything. Being a nun, you know many, many mantras. You have to. Yeah. You have to know many mantras, but she forgot everything after initiation. Truly, all deleted. Like computer. Dustbin. Okay, I see you maybe later. Huh? Maybe. 谢谢耐心 Thank you for your patience with your cramped legs and your squeezy seat, your patience. Thank you. I don't know if I could do that. I don't know if I could sit there with such a long Western leg for hours. Thank you. 来，你是不一样。She said because Master blessing, but for them it's easy. They do that every day. Monks, they meditate a lot, you know. Before even they met me, they would have learned some meditation already, you know. So for them, it's sit long time, no problem. Yeah. For you, I really have respect, impressed. Thank you.